Hi everyone, welcome back to Magic After Midnight. We're continuing now to see whether Marcia does take up the offer or not. Marcia doesn't have Dare over for dinner that night. Instead, she broaches the subject with her family first. "You're so old," says Cindy, "but I guess you're both evil and made for each other." She gets up from the table, goes to her room and slams the door. Alicia says, "Mum, you don't have to do this for us." Joshua, looking at his book, says, Go for it, Mum. I've been telling everyone at school. You've been dating him for months." "What?" Marcia says. He waves a hand. "Why do you think all the bullies at school? Leave me alone now." Turning back to Alicia, Marcia says, "I'm doing it for myself too. I like him." Alicia shrugs. "If you're happy." Marcia looks after Cindy. "Would it help her if I tell her he likes me because I'm old?" And then realises she said the thought out loud. "It might give her hope, Mum," Alicia says. "Joshua's got fashion. I've got good grades. She just, well, she thinks all she has is pretty." Marcia notices she's not slouching at all. Cindy hugs Marcia. Maybe grudgingly, maybe shyly. Marcia can't actually tell. "You look beautiful," she says. Joshua outdid himself on the dress. The wedding dress, made by Joshua of elven silk that appears to be shimmering water, is beautiful. Marcia pulls away. "You look beautiful too," she whispers in her ear. "But you're more than that. You'll figure it out." Cindy nods, and the moment is uncomfortable. Marcia doesn't believe there will ever be a magical moment when it all comes together, but bit by bit, maybe someday. Cindy stands in front of Dare. "You look old." "He does not look old. He looks older," Marcia says. He's given himself some grey hairs, laugh lines, and crow's feet. Dare shrugs. "Magic. Is there anything I can't do?" Marcia hadn't asked him to. At all. Not to change his appearance. He'd done it himself. Saying he was worried about the kids, not respecting him as an authority figure. It's an illusion, and if Dare doesn't maintain it, it will fade. Judging by the way Cindy responds to it, it was a good idea. Likewise, Dare hadn't asked the first time he drank Marcia's blood. She'd just bitten her lip and then kissed him. Judging by how easy it has become for him to maintain his illusion of age after she started giving him blood, it was a good idea. Behind them, a carriage drawn by griffins comes to a stop. "Don't worry," says Joshua, with his hand on Diamond's. "We'll have fun with our dwarf cousins while you start your happily ever after." Diamond snorts. "You won't have too much fun." Dare huffs. "Happily ever after, not at all. I'm literally a pain in the neck. Any mother can be stubborn." Marcia elbows him, and he elbows her back. Alicia, quiet the whole time, breaks into sobs at his words. Everyone in the party goes silent. "Alicia," Marcia says, going up to her. Her usually stoic, unemotional daughter throws her arms around her neck. "Thank you for giving me a real fairy tale. A fairy tale I can actually believe in." And that's the end, guys, of the full short story. And it is actually a short fairy tale because you can get particular books that have a lot more of the tale in it and a lot on what goes on as the realms open, of course, and then after they're married. That's kind of a breakdown and in-between bit of what happens. So, though it's not exactly an happy ever after, because there'll be turbulence along the way. Still, I guess it's one of the better endings that we can ask for, considering what ending could have been. Anyway, that's the absolute full story, I'm afraid. But thank you for listening. If you enjoyed it, and I appreciate it, of course, Many blessings.